I've got two highly profitable cash flow investments for you guys today. Let's dive in. Hey real estate investors, welcome to another episode of the Investment Properties for Sale show. I am your host, James Wise, and I've got two cash flow properties for you today. One is a single family home in Cleveland Heights that I've priced at only $29,900, and the other is a duplex in Cleveland that I have priced for under $45,000. Before we get into that, I want to bring your attention to something. I know a lot of you who watch our content, who watch our channel, you guys love that Tenants from Hell content. Well, the first episode of the Landlords from Hell show has already launched. That is now live on our YouTube channel. I've got a link to that show in the show notes below. Do yourself a favor, check that out. I did a very long and intense interview with the founder of PropertyManagementMastermind.com. We spoke at length about the varying levels of landlords, with the worst one, of course, being a landlord from hell. So I think you guys should definitely check that out, really see exactly where you're at in the grand scheme of things, get an idea of what the vendors that you're trying to get to work for you think about you and your practices. So again, in the show notes, my Landlords from Hell show, my interview with the owner of PropertyManagementMastermind.com in the show notes. Check that out. Another thing that we've got coming up for you guys, I know a lot of you want duplexes. I've got more buyers than I could ever supply with duplexes. Duplexes are in short supply. Good news though, shortly in the next week or two, I have two more duplexes coming out. I got one in Old Brooklyn that I've priced at $79,900 and another one that is going to come at you completely POS clear in Garfield Heights. That one is extremely high end. It's already got granite countertops. We've already done premium upgrades in there. So those are both going to be coming out here on the channel soon. So if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, you're a long-time viewer, do not forget to hit the like and share button. Let's go to a quick word from today's sponsor of the show, and then we're going to get into the first of those two investments I told you about earlier.
Expanding your real estate holdings to multiple markets is a great way to reduce your risk. Birmingham, Alabama features an unemployment rate that is well below the national average. In fact, Birmingham's growing tech scene has been highlighted by both Forbes and Barron's. That, coupled with Birmingham's low price-to-rent ratio, is why so many investors from around the U.S. have been flocking to the area to put their money to work. Spartan Invest has helped hundreds of investors successfully buy cash-flowing real estate in Birmingham. With an average tenant stay of 39 months, it's easy to see why Spartan Invest maintains an annual occupancy rate above 95%. To learn more about the turnkey opportunities in Birmingham, Alabama, contact Spartan Invest today at 205-202-4118 or visit them online at spartaninvest.com.
970 Selwyn. This is a nice little single family ranch in Cleveland Heights. Now I have priced this bad boy at $29,900. As you can see from the drone footage, just a nice little ranch house. That roof is around 20 years old, so we got about 10 years of life left in that roof. As far as the mechanicals in the basement, our furnace and our hot water tank both are generally about 10 years old. So that's a ton of life left in that furnace. The hot water tank's probably got about 5 years of life left in it. Now, cruising through the video tour here, you see this is already occupied. We currently are managing this. We have a tenant already in there. They are paying $700 a month. Now, this is kind of an interesting project, right? The house is cheap, $29,900. Cleveland Heights is a point of sale city. If this is one of my first videos you've ever seen and you're not familiar with the Cleveland market, point of sale, okay? We call that POS. What that means is to sell a property in a city like this, in Cleveland Heights, you have to get a point of sale inspection performed by the city. The city goes through, they inspect the whole thing inside and outside, and they issue violations. In order to actually sell the property, either the buyer needs to assume those violations or the seller needs to correct all violations prior to the deal closing. In this particular deal, the city has issued a violation report, and you, the buyer, are going to have to assume this. Now, some cities, Cleveland Heights is one of them, when you do these POS assumptions, you have to actually put money in escrow, okay, because they need to know you're going to finish all the repairs. So you could buy the house at $29,900. You're going to put up the POS escrow, which in this case is $4,400. Then HoltonWise can go in on your behalf, fix all the POS violations, and then the city will release your $4,400. Now, as you can see, again, from the footage here, there's a little bit of clutter, which, clutter, I know a lot of people watch these and they're like, oh man, there's a lot of clutter. I don't know, is this a messy tenant? Is this a bad tenant? Clutter's not really that bad, guys. Clutter's okay, because what clutter means to me is they're not intending to move out of this property anytime soon. Like, you get like an extremely empty apartment or empty house, that to me is an indication that you've got yourself a nomadic tenant. Somebody like this, they're looking to stay there for the long haul. They don't look like they're moving anytime soon, which is good for you guys because, as I say all the time, turnovers are the biggest return killer. So we want to avoid those turnovers. So this current tenant, they're paying $700. By all accounts, it does not appear that they're going to be moving out anytime soon. So you have to get that $700 in rent, pay $29,900 plus you have to clear out the violations report. Now, I've popped the POS report on the screen for you. As you can see, it's kind of lengthy. If you go to page 2 here, just like a little bit of tic-tac stuff, like they want the oven door replaced. So, we'd probably just either replace just the door or maybe replace the entire oven. Just a small leak at the faucet. Just some like minor stuff like repair damaged area of wall in one of the bedrooms. And they've issued like, rough estimates of what they think this is all going to cost, okay? So $4,400 is the city's general estimate of what this is all going to cost. I don't know if our bid is going to come in exactly at $4,400 to do all of this, but that's in the general ballpark. So if I were you, I would pencil in, let's call it anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000. Should knock out all this POS stuff. So worst case scenario, you're all into this deal for like 38 grand, still under $40,000, and you currently have a tenant paying $700. But if that is not cool enough for you, which I mean, if you look, pretty solid neighborhood, Cleveland Heights. I like Cleveland Heights. You get a house that'll be tip-top shape. We got a long-term tenant paying $700. But there is even more upside on this deal. Market rent for this house, cash paying tenants, we could easily increase that up to $850. But even bigger, an even bigger opportunity than that, in my opinion, is eventually turning this property into a Section 8 rental. A lot of the repairs that would need to be made to make the home Section 8 compliant are already going to be taken care of by this POS report that we have to clear off for you anyway. And if we were to go Section 8 on this house, I know this is going to sound crazy compared to what it's renting for right now, but my opinion of value, I believe Section 8 would peg this property at $1,150 a month. So for an all-in investment of under $40K, right, you get a tenant up front, cruise that tenant until they naturally turn themselves over. Maybe we increase rents incrementally a few times. Then at the next turnover, you know, we go ahead and offer this to Section 8 folks at a huge increase, $1,150 a month. And, you know, I don't think there's anywhere else in the country you're able to hit those numbers. So in my opinion, that would be the very best strategy to knock out this property. I mean, you're making good money. We got a good area, so we can continue to go cash paying tenants. But if you really want to maximize this sucker, I think this is a great candidate for that Section 8 program.
If you would like HoltonWise to sell a property you already own in a video just like this one, send an email to sales@HoltonWise.com.
Hey, welcome back. The next property I want to show you guys today, 7807 Wentworth, Cleveland, 44102. Now, the last property on Selwyn, that was Cleveland Heights, so that was a point-of-sale city. Cleveland, this one is in Cleveland itself, Cleveland proper. That is not a point-of-sale city, so we don't have to worry about any of that POS escrow or any of that stuff. This is a much more simple, much more clean deal. Duplex, $44,900, currently 100% occupied, already managed by HoltonWise. Both of those tenants, they're paying $595, so we're bringing in $1,190 a month. Truth be told, the last one, I think the best move for that property was to eventually turn it into a Section 8 rental. I think the same here. If we go cash paying tenants in this neighborhood, the max we can get market rent wise is going to be $650 a month, so $1,300 a month. Don't get me wrong. $1,300 a month for a $45,000 investment is very, very good. But this particular neighborhood, okay, this is about a D-class neighborhood, guys. So what a D-class neighborhood is going to entail is a little bit higher amount of risk. Now, I have talked about this neighborhood in several of my videos. Of all the D-class neighborhoods in the Cleveland market, I think this is the very best D-class neighborhood because I see a lot of promise. I see potential upside. Now, if you look at Cleveland from far away, right, if you're just like sitting there in California or New York and you're researching Cleveland, you're hearing from national publications that there is a resurgence in Cleveland. You know, a lot of trendy things are happening. You know, a lot of like hipsters, tech startups, things of that nature. You know, that's what people are talking about in the national spotlight about Cleveland. What they mean specifically, though, is a couple specific neighborhoods: Tremont, Ohio City, Gordon Square. All right, that is where all the action is. In those particular neighborhoods, you know, you have like hipsters or yuppies, however you want to call them, moving into like brand new builds and totally renovated houses, and people are paying $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for properties in those neighborhoods at this point in time. So the ship is kind of sailed to make money in those areas because those areas, you know, a long time ago, they were pretty rough and tough and they gentrified. They're pretty much all the way gentrified now. So again, very hard to get in there and make some money. I feel like all the folks that are getting rich off of those neighborhoods have already done so, you know, big time developers. But that's why I think this neighborhood has such an amount of additional opportunity to it, right? If you look at Ohio City, Tremont, Gordon Square, and then you look at where this property is located, we are right there. We are still very, very close proximity to downtown, close proximity to the lake, and we are bordering all three of those neighborhoods, guys. So you can go into this property and you're being paid to take on the additional risk by the price, right? If we were in a better neighborhood that was, you know, a duplex was in a better neighborhood rather, right, that was renting for $1,300 a month, I would be selling it to you for about $80,000. Well, this one I'm only going to sell to you for $45,000. The reason being is there's an additional risk to this neighborhood right now, so you're getting paid right now by being able to acquire the property for cheaper. On top of that, again, I see on the horizon opportunity for appreciation because I think this is the next logical neighborhood in Cleveland to gentrify. But that is speculation. That's a total spec play. I cannot guarantee that. However, to reduce your risk, instead of going the route of $650 a month cash paying tenants, let's acknowledge that the neighborhood itself right now is kind of risky. So I think this property would be perfect for our Section 8 program. If we go on the Section 8 program, we should easily rent each of these units for $750 a month. So we're going to be bringing in $1,500 a month. But that is not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is we are reducing your exposure to risk. When you're in a lower, end area, the numbers are amazing, but the problems are we don't always collect the rent. We have to evict people more often. We have more frequent turnovers. So if we can get some tenants in there, we are getting that rent guaranteed by the government. I think this is a home run deal. You're getting in really cheap to deal with the amount of risk, but we're reducing the risk by playing it smart, going with the Section 8 program. And on top of that, I think it is the most logical place in Cleveland to gentrify. On top of all that stuff I just told you about this neighborhood and the location, it's also very close to MetroHealth, and MetroHealth has committed almost $1 billion to neighborhood redevelopment of that area. So that's just another thing that points me to believe that this is the next hot spot. For you guys too, if you go on the bottom under the video here, if you click on the show notes, I will put a link to an article that explains that $1 billion investment that's going to happen from MetroHealth. All right, that's everything I've got for you guys in this episode of the Investment Property for Sales show. I think both of those are pretty solid investments. If you want to buy one or both of those properties, you can go ahead and send me an email, jameswise@holtonwise.com. Please note, check the view counter of this video. I get a ton of people watching this show from all around the U.S. and outside of the U.S. So we pretty much, the day these videos launch, we get multiple offers. So have your proof of funds or your pre-approval letters ready when you send me that email telling me you want to make an offer. If you are just in the education phase, you're just figuring out, you're just getting ready to start your income portfolio and maybe you haven't even spoke to any lenders yet, that is totally cool, man. We are here to help. As a matter of fact, I want you to shoot me an email and ask me for my list of lenders. I have lenders who will loan to investors just like you, nationwide, all 50 states, and I'm not talking about really expensive short-term hard money loans. I'm talking about low interest, fixed rate, 30-year residential financing. All you have to do is put up 25%. The lenders, they will loan you the other 75%, and then you're going to move them tenants and they're going to pay off the lenders for you. So shoot me your email. Hey, James, man, I'm a new investor. This is what I'm trying to do. Please give me your list of lenders. I will shoot that out to you. You can get yourself pre-approved, and then when you have that pre-approval letter ready, you could shoot me an email making me offers. I don't know if you'll be fast enough to take these two properties down, but that's okay. We are pumping out these videos, pumping out these deals all the time, every single day. In the show notes, I also have a link for you to sign up to my mailing list. Click that, and I will send you one of these videos every single day, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a lot of deals in the Cleveland area. On top of the Cleveland area, we're bringing you guys deals from other markets, including Toledo, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, Birmingham, Alabama. I got Memphis deals on the horizon. So definitely, if this is the first time you've ever watched me, I want you to smash that subscribe button. If you're a longtime viewer, don't forget about the like and share button. As always, I'm James Wise with HoltonWise, and this is Real Estate Investing Made Easy.
Cleveland, Ohio is widely considered to be one of the top rental markets in the entire United States. This is because here in Cleveland, our housing prices are low and our rental prices and demand are high. At HoltonWise, we provide the complete turnkey solution for all real estate investors, whether they are local, out of state, or even abroad. As real estate brokers, we will provide you with agent representation to help you buy properties ranging from single-family homes to large apartment complexes. We even have referrals for lenders who can provide investment property loans to investors located in all 50 states, allowing you to capitalize on the use of leverage or other people's money. We have referrals to top-notch title companies so you know that all of your transactions are safe and secure, with every single property being delivered to you with clear title. Once you close on the property, we have an investor-focused insurance brokerage who can handle all your property insurance needs. This insurance brokerage handles auto, home, life, and business policies, but they specialize in working with policies for landlords. We also have full-service property management. We can handle all rental property advertisements, tenant placement, rent collection, evictions, maintenance, landscaping, construction, and repairs. In addition, HoltonWise also offers digital media and education. One day, when you are ready to sell your investment, HoltonWise, as the #1 seller of investment properties in the greater Cleveland area, can market your property in a video just like this one to our worldwide base of investors who are looking to capitalize on the high cash flow opportunities in the Cleveland, Ohio market.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our latest content, including video tours and analysis of investment properties that are available for sale, real estate investment education, and our most interesting encounters with tenants from hell. HoltonWise, real estate investing made easy.